Sometimes SGE tries to be helpful and it's not. This was an example a couple of weeks ago where I typed Rome map and it says, here's a map of Rome, and then it just gives some text answers, and it doesn't really give a map of Rome. So sometimes SGE bites off more than it can chew and says that it's doing certain things that it doesn't, but this is why it's still a test and they're still improving it. This was another detail about SGE that I don't know if it's the best result. Sometimes when you type brand names, so for example, last week I was looking at airline searches. I typed Virgin Airlines, and when you're used to using Google, many of us use Google as a navigational tool. So we might be typing Virgin Airlines because we want to go to the Virgin Airlines website. But what SGE did in this case was, first of all, it took up half of my screen, but then it just gave a bunch of random information about Virgin Airlines, like the customer service phone number, who founded it, what are the parent organizations. To me, it just feels like it's almost like showing off random trivia about Virgin Airlines. But what was ironic was that it made it harder for me to get to the Virgin Airlines website. It actually pushed that down. And none of these carousel links here actually were links to the Virgin Airlines website. So I think this is a little silly. I don't think that SGE needs to show this way for branded searches. I wonder what the data will reveal when Google, kind of looks at all the different user behavior with SGE. But this is important for brands to pay attention to. So if you are Virgin Airlines or Nike or any of these brands where Google's showing SGE information, you really do want to think about what's presented there. Is it accurate? How are users engaging with it? Is it really what you want people to see about your brand? So this could have some pretty big impacts as well. Another thing that SGE is doing is it seems to be combining information that it has about different entities with their Google business profile information. So this is my friend, the lovely Dr. Marie Haynes, who's an SEO expert. She's a wonderful, wonderful SEO and good friend. And when you Google her name, SGE at this point was pulling in biographical information about her, and then also pulling in pictures from her Google business profile account. So these are pictures that they only exist there in Google Maps. And so we've said in the SEO industry for a long time, you should be paying attention to the pictures that appear in Google Maps. This is yet another reason why. It's really understanding that Marie Haynes, even though she's an entity, she has a knowledge panel, Google knows who she is. She's also this business owner that runs a business on Google Business Profile, and it's connecting those two things. So it's pulling in pictures from there. So Google's getting better at kind of understanding how all these entities work together and all the different products where, this is the Marie that lives here. She's the same Marie that's over here, and connecting the dots. So you really have to be paying attention to all the different places that you're mentioned on Google. This was right at the beginning of SGE coming out. Product reviews are definitely a space where SGE has a lot of implications. And luckily yesterday when they started showing links, there were a lot more links to product review sites being shown. But here at the time that this was rolled out, we only saw these links to products, and they actually weren't links. If anything, the products that were listed here in Google's results were links to Google Shopping, so Google's Merchant Center. But at the bottom, you can see all the different information where Google, or all the different websites where Google got this information in this carousel here. In this example, there were 14 different product review sites that Google was saying it got this product information from. So it's hard to say how many people will actually click on this carousel, but Google's actually pulling in the product review information from product review sites. And in many cases, it's linking those product names directly to Google Shopping. So many product review companies and publishers are not super happy about this, as you can imagine, because Google's just kind of taking the information from their sites, linking back to Google Shopping. So their whole business model, that's a really big potential risk for them. So I'm excited to see that as of yesterday, Google's starting to link to more of these sites. So hopefully that continues to send traffic to them going forward.